Neustadt an der Weinstraße is a town located in Rhineland-Palatinate, Germany, with 53,892 inhabitants. As of 2002, it is the largest town called Neustadt. The town itself lies in the western part of the Rhine-Neckar Metropolitan Region between the Haardt Mountains, the eastern edge of the Palatinate Forest, and the western edge of the Upper Rhine Plain in the middle of the Palatinate wine region, an area that is around 10 kilometers wide and 85 kilometers long. The Speyerbach River flows through the town from west to east, as does the Rehbach, which separates from the Speyerbach within the town at the Winzinger Wassergescheid, before emptying into the River Rhine several kilometers further north than the Speyerbach. The borough, with its incorporated parishes, measures 22.5 kilometers from west to east and 9.5 kilometers from north to south. Its highest point is 619 m above sea level at the Hohe Loog House at the top of the Hohe Loog mountain, and its lowest is 108 m above NN in the village of Geinsheim. Over time, the original town and its surrounding settlements, hamlets, and farmsteads have grown together, blurring the original boundaries of the town. Today these have become the town quarters of Brunnenschwellerhof in the southeast, the Hambacher H. paragraph E to the southwest, the Afrika Vital and the SCH paragraph Tal to the west. These quarters do not have any particular privileges, and are not legally incorporated districts, although some voting precinct borders match part of the boundaries. The best-known quarter is Winzinger, which was first recorded in 774. And thus much older than the Neustadt, or new town founded in the early 13th century. It was a wine-growing village that lay below the Speyerbach, i.e. to the east of the new settlement. In 1892 it was incorporated into the then Neustadt and Haardt. Since then the town has grown beyond Winzinger to the east. Inclusive all its incorporated sub-districts, Neustadt covers an area of 11,713.5 hectares. Of that, 5,020.0 ha is woodland, 2,216.0 ha are vineyards, 2,300.0 ha are used for other agricultural purposes, 1,607.0 is built up, and 50.0 ha are industrial and retail areas. In 1969 the villages of Diegsfeld, Geinsheim, Gimmeldingen, Haardt, Hambach, paragraph Neustadt, Lachen, Speyerbach and Mühlbach were incorporated into the borough, followed in 1974 by Duttweiler. These villages lie between 1 and 10 kilometers from the main town. They are legally constituted sub-districts, are known as Ortsdale, and have a parish chair to whom some of the functions of the former mayors have been transferred. Neustadt's neighbouring municipalities running clockwise from the north are the small town of Diegsheim, the municipalities of Ruppitsburg, Meckenheim, Harloch and Mekema, the small town of Lambrecht and the municipality of Lindenberg. Neustadt has an equable climate, like that of the whole of anterior Palatinate. Warm summers, lower curve of the climatic diagram during which most of the precipitation falls, albeit the annual total of 500 m is quite low, and mild, yet drier winters. Annual precipitation figures are in the lower quartile of those recorded in Germany. Only 12% of the monitoring stations of the German Weather Service register lower values. The driest month is March. The most rain falls in June, 1.7 times more than in March. However, they vary only slightly, and are very evenly distributed throughout the year. Only 3% of the weather stations register lower seasonal variations in precipitation. However, this climate chart is from a weather station at 161 m above NN in the sub-district of Haardt above the town, which is 25 meters lower. So the values differ, with temperatures being a little lower and rainfall higher. The chart shows an annual average temperatures of 10.1 circumflex degrees C to 18.4 circumflex degrees C in the summer months, dropping 1.7 circumflex degrees C during the winter. Its annual precipitation measured 614 m. The oldest traces of settlement and archaeological finds indicate that Celts used to live in the area of the present town. They have left behind ringworks, clay pots, coins and weapons that date to the time around 150 BC. The Romans probably took possession of the land around 20 AD. Around 400 it was taken by the Alemanni, who was superseded in turn around 500 AD by the Germanic Franks.